You are on the air with Jason Lauren. Clint's here as well. It has just gone 17 past 8. And in the lead up to opening round and next week, we're catching up with your favourite footy clubs, the stars behind them, and offloading club memberships. Today,
our next guest is the senior coach for the Carlton Football Club. He's won premierships, he's received a Brownlow medal, and he's recently started conducting citizens' arrests around Melbourne.
AFL legend Michael Voss performed a citizen's arrest while buying his morning coffee.
Somebody get this man a cape. Please welcome to the show, legend Michael Voss.
hey, Bossy.
Good morning.
Good morning. We're just talking off air. I am actually farming out my services to different coffee shops at the moment around
Right.
Richmond and
Just
Hawthorn
security?
area.
Pull a bit of a
just
shift
little
on a
bit of
weekend?
security. So, just to let you know, I'm up
knows.
for
Well,
hire.
people are now employing private security for their street, so
Yeah.
you could be roaming the street ready to do citizens' arrests at any time.
You're looking good, Bossy. What, are you still hitting the gym a fair bit?
Oh, I try to, but get in
Setting
early.
an example for the players.
Call through early, and then get my work done. Unfortunately, when I turn up for work, though, I don't get another chance to do anything else.
No.
So unless it's done before, it doesn't happen.
Okay.
Do you get in the gym with the players? Because I feel like they'd be quite competitive.
Sometimes I do, but they're slightly different athletes the way I'm built. So they're a little bit more greyhoundish, even though they do have some size about them. But a little bit different, but I don't mind it. Like, it's about the only thing I actually do nowadays. I certainly can't run with them, so they beat me up anything out of a phone box. So I tend to stay away from that.
I mean, the game is different to when you played. Would you have preferred to be a player when you played or now?
Or wouldn't mind what they get paid now.
Yeah, seriously.
They certainly get looked after very, very well. It'll only become better, I'm sure. But I love the era. I can't complain.
Yeah.
I think any era you're playing, you don't take for granted. But it certainly is special what they have now, because the way the game is advertised, the participation, the crowds that you play in front of, how they build up every event, it does make it seem that little bit extra special.
You talk about the game being different. Thoughts on opening round?
Yeah, I haven't been a great fan of it. I mean, obviously, we have a huge shout out to people in Queensland at the moment. I've talked off air about got my family up there as well at the moment. So
They all okay?
hope mum and dad and my uncles and cousins and the like are all okay. But so obviously your thoughts go to them straight away. But look, I tend to think it's something what makes us a little bit different is that we've got a national game, and I don't see why we don't advertise it launch it in every single state. And everyone's got their own concept. I guess my concept is probably to, if we were to play a game in every state, WA, there's two games we can play there. 2 games we can play in South Australia, 2 games we get to play in Queensland, New South Wales, and also launch it in Victoria. And we've got 10 Victorian teams, 8 could go travel to every single state, and we could have 2 games in every state. I think it's very unique for us in the national game that we can launch it Australia-wide.
And starting with a bang, here in Victoria, there's none more traditional or bigger or better than the Tigers and the Blues.
Yeah.
Which is, by the way, round 1.
Yeah.
It comes around quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And look, we always, obviously we took a position that we loved participating in what we did last year, but that's our game. We want to be able to launch. It's something really special. When I came here 3 years ago, all I was spoken about as a Carlton coach was you have to win round 1, because we hadn't won for 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh, no. So it'd been 10 years before we'd actually won against the I think that round 1 game. So,
I'm a Richmond fan, so I know.
So I was like, we don't care what you do. We don't care what you do. You got to just win round 1. And
Sets
so
the
we
tone.
won round 1, and I got to round 2, and we had to win the flag. So it changed very, very quickly, these expectations.
What's the mood looking like going into 2025? Is it the Blues year?
Really, really positive. No, we've got high hopes, like most clubs. I mean, it's a season of hope at what pre-season is designed to do, and you would have had a lot of AFL people and players and coaches sitting here and say we've had a positive pre-season, but it's in the doing now. Like, sort of the talk and speculation about where you're going to finish and what you're going to do. It all sort of finishes.
A lot of excitement around Carlton. Like, I feel like for the last few years, the Blues fans have really been up and about.
Yeah, it's been peak interest.
Yeah.
And it has its good and bad. But I don't think we'll ever complain about having 85,000 people in the stands.
It's amazing, isn't it?
They energise a stadium like nothing else. And in the last 3 years of being a coach of this club, I've participated in 2 or 3 games that have just been the loudest I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And
they come out in full force.
And when just for a moment you take a second and you're at the MCG and it's the best stadium in the world, and you can look around and the stadium's absolutely packed, and you've got this noise that's just reverberating the ground. How can you not love
Mate,
that?
we were there yesterday and it was empty and we felt that.
Yeah, we walked out on the field, which you don't get to do very often unless you are an elite athlete or a football player or a rock star.
And that's not us.
And no, none of the above. But standing in the middle of the MCG and looking at that stadium, there is no place like it, is there?
No, and when I was younger, I was 17 and stood there for the first time when it was empty, and I have felt the same same sort of aura, and sort of thought, geez, one day I want to be here grand final day, being able to play, and I was lucky enough to be able to do that.
We got to do it a couple of times.
Hey, sorry, we've got to take a quick break, but when we come back, we've got memberships to offload. The countdown is on for Carlton's first bounce of 2025. You can become a member today from as little as $12 a month. Visit membership.carltonfootyclub.com.au. But we've got some memberships to offload. Plus, how good's this? A VIP game experience, on-field experience. Are you calling in sick one day or something?
You can take over, no worries.
Right, okay. 13 24 10 to score those. We're on the air with Vossy this morning. We'll continue our chat next. This morning, it's Blue Baggers Day. The coach of Vossy is with us this morning.
Vossy, we were just talking before the break about Carlton, the energy, the passion that exudes from Carlton supporters. They are the genuine soap opera club in many respects. A couple of great players that we love watching. Sam Walsh, is he going to be okay to play next week?
Yeah, definitely. So he'll train over the next couple of sessions, but no, he's well and truly ready to go. So,
fantastic. And then Big Charlie Curnow is another one that he's on a bit of a fitness cloud. Is he okay?
No, he has a couple of pretty important sessions to get through before we decide what we do there. So, we'll wait and give him every single chance. I'd still say that he's more unlikely than likely and more ready to go for round 2. But, we haven't made that call yet. Who knows? He comes out today and trains really well over the next couple of days, then he could be right to go.
Oh, he's a crowd favourite. Also, Harry Mackay.
We have one of your team members joining us on the show.
Very nice.
Harry Mackay, give us all the dirt.
What do we need to know? Is he high maintenance?
No, he's high maintenance, H. Look after him, go easy on him. No, you've got a good one there. You've got a really good one there.
We can hit him with all the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, get him to... he's got a beautiful little dog that he's...
we love dogs.
So, and I'm
a big man with a small dog.
I don't know. It sort of doesn't suit that well, but at the same time, it's a pretty cute dog.
Yeah.
So my kids absolutely love being able to nurse it and see it and talk about it all the time. So it must be cute. I haven't seen it, but I'm told it's pretty
chat.
good. Yeah.
We need some like little tidbits to chat to him about. I'll do the dog chat. Clint, you do the footy chat.
All right,
Jace,
all right. Just chat.
I'll read the credits.
play the songs, Jace.
Hey, can you clear up a rumour for me?
Oh.
There was a rumour floating around that when they were signing you on at Carlton, that you flew in and you got shoved in the boot of a car and had to be snuck into the stadium or the club so
Get
no one
past the
saw
pesky
you.
media.
Yeah,
Is that
well,
true?
Yes, that is true. When I first arrived into the airport, with the media, obviously they find out that you're coming in. And, I nearly lost a camera guy because he was going backwards.
Oh, yeah.
And the escalators were going down, and he stepped onto the escalator and tripped backwards, and then fell down the stairs. And I'm like, I'm doing this interview and I'm checking on the guy, so it was quite comical. And then as I jumped into the car, I obviously had the media chasing me to find out where the interview was going to be. And so then on the day, so they chased me all the way there. Then on the day, Brad Lloyd said, look, it's Carlton and you're quite new here, and there'll be people out the front, mate. Like, I've got a really unusual request. Can you jump in the back of the boot?
They put you in the boot.
So I jumped in the boot, and at the back of Carlton, there's these speed humps at the back of Carlton. So I was not prepared. So I'm sort of sitting there driving along, sort of thinking, and then Brad's gone over the first bump. I've hit my head on the top. I think I've half knocked myself out with concussion. So I can't remember whether I got the job or not. I just turned up on Tuesday thinking I had it.
They had to give you the job.
So it was
Bloody hell.
Similar scenes to us sneaking in here. Really.
Yeah, it is. It is actually.
What's it like as senior coach of the Carlton Footy Club, though? It must be a great honour.
It's an incredible honour. It's being a supporter as a young kid of Carlton and being able to sort of see the legends of the game. And then I got to admit, I've had kid-like, sort of moments where I've sort of seen Wayne Johnson and Wayne Harms and Kenny Hunter and
Did
sort of
you
all
grow
the
up
players.
barracking
I
for-
barracked for Carlton. My pop was a huge Carlton fan, so that's how I ended up a Carlton supporter. And I just love watching all of them, so they're my idols. And then all of a sudden I'm sort of within the club and trying to be this professional coach and sort of, acting all serious and saying I've got a message and then my heroes are walking through the door. So it's like, and then I got the one photo I wanted, which I was in between Wayne Johnson and Kenny Hunter. And I was like, right, no matter what happens from here, I'm pretty happy. So
Life, mate.
What a nice moment.
Yeah,
How
that's
good.
cool. It was pretty special for me.
I'd love to see the Blues win. I'd also love to be at that party on Lygon Street if they get through and win the premiership this year.
Hey, we get a lot of calls from Blue Baggers. Jenny and her son are on the line. Morning, Jenny.
Hello.
You're on the line with
that's
Vossy.
Andreas.
Any thoughts?
Yeah. Is Charlie Kerner going to play the first round?
Yeah, everyone keeps asking me that question. I'll let you know in about 3 days. So
Don't shut the kid down,
Okay.
Vossy.
Can't tell you right
okay.
now. So
Maybe.
but see how we
Is
go.
Charlie Kerner your favourite player?
My favourite player is Adam Sard.
Oh.
Well, don't tell Charlie. Hey, just quickly on injuries and whether you play him or not. Has the mood changed after sort of what happened with Petrarca last year when he went back out and played?
No, I don't
I think
so.
everyone that was at the G that day was very surprised. He was
No,
back
I
up
think it's such an unusual situation how that unfolded. So it's certainly not the norm. And, I think even if Melbourne look back on it, there's a heap of things they would do different, clearly.
Yeah.
But no, we're really lucky. I think from a football wide, AFL wide, we have access to some of the best doctors and best medical practice in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we're making decisions all the time about players and their health and can they keep playing on and can't they? And, so they're making thousands of decisions all the time. So I don't suppose we're going to get 100% of them right, but I think our players are in great hands.
Yeah,
really
right.
good hands.
Well, mate, good luck for the year ahead.
Thank you.
And
Go the
cheers.
Blues.
Go the Blues
So-
and cheers
We
coming in this morning.
Cheers. No, appreciate it.
We can't wait to have Harry in here.
Big man, little dog.
Can't wait.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Vossy.
Vossy.
See you later. Thanks again.
Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
On Nova 100.
Jason Lauren.
Follow them on socials.